We're here to complain. We're here for one thing today, and one thing only. Ugh. Sorry, my back hurts, chat. So, for about a week, fuck Lenovo the end. No, we're here to complain. So, for almost a week, have been out of a Lenovo Legion Go. And the reason for that is that the left controller completely broke. Like completely broke. I still have the controller. I can show it, but first I want to show tweet thread because I have a full tweet thread. I felt like this was a good experience to gain. Not like that I had a good experience, but that if I was gonna use the warranty, I should talk about it and record it and think about it so that we can look to see if Lenovo's warranty is good or not. So what happened was Lenovo's Legion Ultimate support told me, hey, send this in, and if we can fix it, it'll be free. If it's fixable, it'll be free. Now, what you see here is a broken / completely missing pin. I don't know what the fuck happened. Like I said, I still have the controller, but I now have a working Legion Go with working controllers. I'll get to that in a second. So, the main reason why that's an issue is because this device no longer worked. It stopped working like Saturday night or something. So I called, and from then forward, I didn't have a Legion Go until now, right? An entire week, I believe, right? All of last week into this week, which the lead time really wasn't that bad about them getting back to me on the device. Them getting me the box, it only took them a day to get me the box, which I believe I put somewhere in here. It says, device was officially given back to the carrier to ship back to Lenovo, had lots of padding and perfect cutouts for Legion Go. Facility is only about 3 hours away, and I left a note with the device. Maybe I'll have it back sometime next week. Update, they received my Legion Go at the repair facility yesterday morning. The work order hasn't said anything else, but the fact that they got it in a day is pretty good. I say that because it was literally 3 hours away from me. Like, I live in Corpus Christi, Texas, and the repair center or third-party repair that they were sending it to, I have to say third-party because I got an invoice from a different person, not Lenovo, by the way, was in Houston. So the next problem is that they labeled it as customer-induced damage. And I've had experiences with customer-induced damage still being fixed, so I held out hope. HP has fixed customer-induced damage problems. Dell has fixed customer-induced damage problems for free without charging. Now, I want to show you guys how completely fucking impossible it is for you to break off one of these pins as a consumer. I want to show you guys before we label things as customer-induced damage. All right, we're gonna just do that together. I have my desk here. I'm gonna grind the shit out of these pogo pins on the corner of my desk and watch them not fall out. OG, all of the ones except the one that fell out are still there. Would you like for me to bang it on the metal here? Seems pretty loud, right? Would you look? All of the pogo pins are still fucking here. So I'm wondering how you would classify this as customer-induced damage. That's strike number one of fuck Lenovo. Strike number one, right? There was actual customer-induced damage on this, but there was 2 instances of customer-induced damage, not just one, because one I have to attest to is my fault. I was checking this thing to make sure they were sending me the right part, and they weren't. On the original problem with this controller, they thought that it was the railing on the body, and they were going to send me the railing for the body. So I opened this up to make sure that they were sending me the right part, and they weren't. They were sending me the railing to the body, not this, because this piece is actually internally attached to the motherboard in here. But while doing so, I accidentally destroyed the RGB ribbon cable. So there's no RGB on this thumbstick anymore ever. It's done, right? They labeled both instances as customer-induced damage. I'll admit fault on the second one. That's my bad, Lenovo, but I needed to make sure you guys weren't full of shit and completely incompetent at your jobs and sending me the right part. You were sending me the wrong part. I guess that's strike number one. Strike number two was them labeling this as customer-induced damage. Strike number three is the invoice I received for the amount and what they labeled it as. Lenovo wants to charge me $150 to fix my device, but buying a new left controller from them is only $70. How are you going to charge someone to fix 2 parts on a controller, $150, literally double the price of just giving them a new controller? Not even giving. If the invoice was the cost of a new controller, or even less, I would have paid it. But the fact that they were going to send me an invoice for $150, which by the way was $100 more than I paid for this bad boy. I got a secondhand ROG Ally Z1, not Z1 Extreme, for $250 while waiting in the interim for my device to come back because I assumed something stupid was going to happen. That was strike number 3. I don't think I can recommend the Lenovo Legion Go to anyone at all. If you're not like a major content creator or a YouTuber who is a tech reviewer and gets stuff for free, I cannot recommend this device because there's so many moving parts that if something goes wrong, and they'll label something as innocuous as a pin breaking, probably from shoddy fucking construction as customer induced damage to get out of warranting this and replacing it, that's not a company you want to buy anything from. Because, like I said, I can try everything in the world to break these pins, even on metal. They're still there. It's just the one missing that's been missing. So I can't understand how someone would even attempt to try to classify this, which is clearly the pin just falling the fuck out, as customer induced damage. So they sent you nothing. So they sent me my device back the day after I said I will not be paying for that invoice. They said, hey, here's the invoice attached. Here is an email on the link of how to pay the invoice. If you don't respond by May 5th, we'll send your device back. And I said, fuck waiting until May 5th. Let me just reply to this email that says I can reply to it with any questions and just say, don't fucking repair it, send my device back, please. And they said, okay, understood. And they sent it right back. Right. So I will say the lead time on the shipping it to them and the shipping it back was great. Them shipping me the box, it took a day. It getting to them a day, and it getting back a day, right? Actually not that bad, surprisingly. Same with the controller. It took 2 days for the new left controller to show up, right? Or I guess, yeah, 2 days. It took a day for them to send this back because I got this back yesterday with no working controller. And then I know these are like little skulls. They're skulls with pink eyes. My wife has a joystick, thumbstick grips or whatever for the Switch. And hers are pink with black eyes, so I figured I'd match with her. Anyways, so they sent this today. I just got this new controller, immediately working, could get into the software and get everything figured out. The main reason why this is an issue, them not wanting to RMA the product after it's clearly broken from shoddy construction, not customer induced damage. Customer induced damage on the thumbstick, sure, whatever. I don't have RGB anymore. You wanted to try to charge me what? Let's say you split that 150 right down the middle, 75 for each. I'll take no thumbstick RGB for $75, right? I'll take new controller or fixed controller. Shoddy, yeah, shoddy's constructed all right. Shoddy's constructed differently, for sure. So this is extremely hard to break. And I've even tried it on the Legion Go's rail. I just did it on this, which is metal, and there's like scrapes on my thing now. There's like scrapes on my desk, one, and there's scrapes on this. So I don't feasibly see how they could attempt to label that. It was okay. So that's the other thing is Lenovo did not actually have a repair center in Houston. They contracted it out to a repairer, to a customer, like a computer repair shop in Houston. It's a computer consumer electronics repair shop. That's what it is, which is probably why the rate is so high. So I don't blame them for the consumer electronics shop for their high rates for labor, because the parts weren't really that expensive. $7 for the ribbon cable, $20 for the motherboard to get the new motherboard in there, drop it in, right? Funnily enough, they actually don't sell just the motherboard to these motherfuckers on the website. They sell the whole controller for $70. One Joy-Con, one True Strike controller, literally just one for $70. They do not sell the motherboard, but somehow old boy was able to get a motherboard sourced, probably from Lenovo or a third-party manufacturer that makes PCBs, so that they could repair my device. I think it was like $28 for the motherboard and $7 for the ribbon cable. So the vast majority of that money spent was going to be the repair labor, which is fine. I guess people got to make a living, but that feels bad when you're buying a $650 device, a $599 device, a $650 or a $600 device that is supposed to have some sort of warranty immediately. This does not seem like something I would ever label personally as customer induced damage. If I bought a motherboard and something fell off of it like this clean, fell off of it, I don't think that I could dispute that that's not shoddy construction. Because I've been the shit. If I could go in front of Lenovo, if I could go in front of Lenovo and show them these pins and slam these pins against my desk, I'm covering chat, I'm sorry, and slam these pins against their desk until the pins don't fucking break and say, now you tell me how this is customer induced damage, I would. Because it's kind of scummy and very obnoxious when you buy a device that's expensive and you can't feasibly get it warranted properly. And even more so, the fact that they're going to charge more for the repair than they would for just buying another controller. Now, there is one thing I will say, hopefully with the Legion Go 2, that makes this different. They said that Legion Go 2's controllers, this is actually terrifying, are the same pogo pins, and the same railing system as the Legion Go 1. So if you have problems with the Legion Go 1 controller, you might have problems with the Legion Go 2 controller. That's a downside. Upside, they said they'll be selling the Legion Go 2 controllers separately. Like, you'll actually just be able to buy them. Now, I hope that they mean on a retail shelf, because honestly, if I could avoid this entire experience and just go to a Best Buy and buy two left and right True Strike controllers for $120 subsidized because it's both of them together or whatever, I absolutely would. I would never go through this shit again. And I think that's the only thing I would be doing. I don't think I will ever buy another full device from Lenovo ever again. With this warranty process working the way it did, with them attempting to send me the wrong part, labeling something that's very clearly not customer induced damage as customer induced damage, and trying to charge me double for something I could have just paid for a brand new one for. That's 3 fucking strikes, brother. All on one work order. I'm good on that. Now, it's a learning experience. I'm glad it happened. I'm now at $70. That was my Fate of Fury City of the Wolves money. Whatever. But now I have 2 working PC handhelds when I really only needed one. But I'm a crackhead and a consumer, and I didn't want to be without PC gaming handheld, so I bought another one just in case Lenovo fucked me, and well, they did, but now I have 2, a ROG Ally and a Legion Go. Wahoo! But this does mean one other thing, is that now I can compare the Z1 to the Z1 Extreme on like a very close basis because I own both, and I can compare the feature sets of the ROG Ally to the Legion Go directly right in front of each other on camera and stuff. I can tell you this right now. If you think you're a Legion Go fan, and you own a Legion Go and you've never had another PC gaming handheld, booting up Legion Space takes like 20 years. It literally cuts years off your life booting up Legion Space. The ROG Ally boots up Armored Crate in an instant. You can't blink before Armored Crate is booted up. The fingerprint sensor to log into the device, chef's fucking kiss. And I hate that because this is the one I bought first and the one I'm like standing, and then I'm standing by, I'm like, this is the fucking device. But like, there's so many movable parts. Isn't the RG and Asus product? Yeah, they also have shitty fucking customer service. It's like all these computer companies have dog shit customer service. But I will say one thing about the RG Ally. The RG Ally does not have moving parts. It does not have a kickstand. It does not have detachable controllers. It does not have detachable thumbsticks. thumbstick came off. Right? So there are less things you can lose or that can malfunction or go wrong or break. There are less things on the device that will happen with, which means you are honestly less likely to have to get something like this repaired over this for the same price, almost, right? I think one's like $50 cheaper. You can probably get a ROG Ally like $50 cheaper, maybe like $70 cheaper than you can get a Legion Go right now. I'm hoping that this video is one of my videos that blows up. Not because like I need tons of money and 1,000 subscribers. I do want 1,000 subscribers and tons of money, but moreover, so that this can be kind of a wake-up call or like a warning to those who are looking to get into PC gaming handhelds and have only heard negative things about ROG and Asus's customer service. Lenovo's isn't any better. They told me the same thing. They said if your device is taken apart, we're gonna send it back to you the same, like we're gonna send you back your device unrepaired and taken apart, right? Luckily, there's nothing on my device that needs to be taken apart, so they just shipped it back to me. And the guy was very nice, because I know this was a third-party thing, not a first-party thing. He put the controller back together. It doesn't fucking work, so it doesn't matter, right? He put all the screws back in, put the thumbstick back on, the buttons back in. He didn't have to fucking do that, but I guess he was testing it to make sure it was the controller that was fucked up, and it was. So it was put back together, and the entire thing came back to me in one piece. That's not what the email said was going to happen. It said untested, unrepaired, and potentially taken apart. That's not what I got back, though. So it's that same concept of, hey, they're trying to like strong arm you into spending the money, or you're going to get back a device that you have to put together all with its Lego pieces by yourself. Now, luckily for me, I've already taken apart the controller. I've already taken apart the body, so I know how to do it now. So if it happens to me, it's no big deal. I'll just go on Twitter and say, fuck you, Lenovo. I'm never buying another product from you ever again, just like I have. And I'll put my device back together and use it. The scarier part, or the worst part, the more annoying part about something like this with manufactured movable parts breaking is that the software relies on it. Back onto the Legion Go specifically. You can't update Legion Space or open and use Legion Space without specifically these Legion controllers. Because this button is your Legion Space button. This is the main Legion Space button, and on the right side, it's the Legion Quick Access button, right? And you cannot update Legion Space without having two controllers connected and on. If one is not physically connected through the device with the pogo pins and the contact, it will not update. That is what happened to me. And that's when I realized, oh, I have to just send this in. I really can't just put on a random third-party Bluetooth controller or like try to like, you know, use one of those telescopic controllers, bro. Like, yeah, you could do all that, but now you're getting less out of your device that you clearly just spent $650 on or $600 on. Now that's like a weird device thing that they could probably like patch out, and that would be a big help, because it would mean that when things like this go wrong, if someone doesn't have the money or they're out of warranty and it would cost too much to fix, they can just use a third-party controller but still have access to the quick setting. Because having access to the Legion quick menu is really all I need. I don't really give a fuck about Legion Space. I don't think Legion Space is very good, but the quick access menu is great. And I like the quick access menu. I like the quick access menu in all of the PC handhelds I've tried. The AYN Loki, the, at this point, ROG Ally, the Steam Deck, which I've tried but have never owned, and the Legion Go, of course. Now, if you ask me to like rank the ones I've tried, features wise, man, do I love the Legion Go, and I want to put it at number one. But after this experience of like movable parts not working right, them attempting to send me the wrong thing, mislabeling clearly not customer use. You guys want me to slam this on the desk again? I can do it, right? And these pins aren't gonna fucking break. I think we've been over this. Like mislabeling of customer induced damage and then trying to charge me double for something that's replaceable over fixing it, right? Why would I want the same junk controller back that you're fixing when I could just get a new one for $70? And you could easily do that. But because it's a third-party fixer, they're not doing that. No need to demonstrate again? Yeah, I mean, I would slam the shit out of this again if I had to. But okay, cool. That's good to know. So if you're looking to get a PC gaming handheld, just think about the potential pitfalls of RMA, like of having to send it in and getting it fixed, because that's probably the biggest hurdle of these PC gaming handhelds. Everyone talks about like, oh, Windows being bad, or really bad software. Like, yeah, the Legion Go has the worst fucking software in the world, and I love this device. But God, do I not love attempting to be charged $148 for a fix that could have been $70, and then misdiagnosing the problem twice. I guess 3 times, if you consider the fact that the second lady I talked to told me to wait for that part to come in before canceling this work order and trying it before I send the device in. And I said no. Two different technicians or customer service people doubled down on the idea that they were sending me the wrong part, but I should just try it anyway. That's 4 strikes, but I didn't want to talk about that. That's, I think, the biggest hurdle for these PC gaming handhelds. If I had to tell you to pick one, honestly, go with fucking Valve. Their right to repair is sick, and there's tons of replaceable parts on things like, what is it, iFixit's website? Is it iFixit? One of the, there's a company that works directly with Valve to source replacement parts for the Steam Deck. Get a fucking Steam Deck. If you're worried about things potentially going wrong, potentially breaking, you want to be able to cover your device yourself if the warranty is going to be shit, because I'm going to tell you right now, I'm sure the warranties on most of these things are going to be bad. I haven't had to warranty a Steam Deck. I don't know anyone who's ever had to warranty a Steam Deck, if I'm honest. So I don't have any way to say if it's a good or bad warranty, unfortunately, but I'm going to assume it's fucking dog piss ass, because it seems like the other 2 main ones are. Carefully weigh your options, but if you don't care about Windows compatibility, probably just go with the Steam Deck, because it has easy replacement parts, and you don't have to deal with really shitty customer service, making the wrong decisions and attempting to give you or send you the wrong thing, and then things being mislabeled as damages that they are not. Anyways, if this has been helpful to you, or if you've enjoyed the rant and it's vindicated you on your hatred of the ROG Ally or the ROG Ally, or the Lenovo Legion Go, or just PC gaming handhelds in general, God, I have a friend who constantly says, I hate PC gaming, but has like 8 PCs or something. Maybe this is helpful for him. He hates handheld PC gaming now. So if this has been helpful to you anyway, go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, comment down below if you have one of these PC gaming handhelds, and if you have any RMA horror stories, if you have any customer support horror stories, or if it's been a smooth sailing experience for you. Anyways, this has been Beanie Thuggish for the YouTubes, complaining about Legion Ultimate Support, signing out and saying